Good evening, family. Good evening, black family. Good evening, all family. I want to keep it quiet and smooth here because I just want to talk about this episode of When a Black Man Say It, my show. I want to talk about black women today. By extension, all women, but I want to be fearless today and talk about black women without always having to include every other culture who we all love because we made them, but sometimes they don't include us. I'm not complaining. I won't make a fuss, but I want to talk about black women today. As we go through this month, we like to call Black History Month, which is really somewhat disrespectful because all history is black history, because black history is American history and black history is world history. I want to talk about how we have to honor that every day and not in just some kind of way. Black history slash American history slash black history is every day, every way, no matter what they say. Peace and love to everybody. Once again, I want to start out by saying to all the humans, to all the women in Gaza, Congo, West Virginia, Baltimore, Chicago, all the women in the Appalachians, all the women in the Czech Republic, all the women in Kenya and Ghana, all the women, black women in Egypt. I want to say lift your head. Lift your head. Don't be afraid of what anybody says. If they don't like you, oh boo-hoo, you are queens, you are kings, and you do all those things. I want to honor you black women by telling you, no matter what you say, no matter what they say, we see you, we love you. And world, I want you to know the most attacked human in the history of humanity is a black woman. Now y'all answer that question. I'm going to have to call my son in here after a minute because I don't know how to turn this off. But so I'm going to need him near because I'm not good at this yet. I'm good at talking, but he's good at everything else. So I would like my son to stay out here. Back on the point, I love you black people. I love you black women. And I'm asking you black men, let's give our women more opportunities. How often, America, do we buy stuff from black businesses? How often do we know anything about black businesses? Let me ask you, black folk, do you know the black female company that has a vineyard? Have you ever heard of Uncle Nearest? Do you know anything about Uncle Nearest? Remember, that slave taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. Get up on your game. When we watched, yesterday we watched the NBA slam dunk contest and the All-Star game. How many of that drip was from a black company? How many of that drip was from a black company? I just want to ask you guys. I also want to ask black and brown folk. Quit saying you love black folk when you just around folk. You don't really get down with us. And I also want to say something very, very, very important. I'm about uplifting black queens, not phony black women who destroy schools and destroy the community. But when you get checked, all of a sudden you're a black woman. I won't let you take from the grace and the integrity of real black women who are every day out there doing stuff in spite of insurmountable odds. I want to honor real black women because they real folk. But I want to get back what I'm talking about now. Yesterday, I had an opportunity to attend something called Minding My Own Black Business. And I walked into the place and I was amazed by how many black women are doing the thing, and they're doing that damn thing right. They're keeping it tight. And they persevere all day and all night. And I want to uplift and shout out a few of them, so I'll start right now. I want to shout out Zuri's furry friends, a brother and his wife, a sister and her husband and their daughter were so professional, it amazed me, and I had to speak about how great they are on this show. Please support. I also want to speak to Sadiddy Treats, Sadiddy. We know in our culture Sadiddy means Sadiddy is fire. I also want to shout out Rosie's Hair and Scalp Oil. I don't need to say anything else about that. We know what that is. Dolce Desserts. At Dolce Desserts, let's just keep it moving and keep it real. Dolce Desserts are the big deal. Joe Ali. This woman has a triple LLC tree. They do it all. Photography. Sisters Just Braids and Locks. Popping Off Chapstick. Golden Glow Body Butter. Alamar Sisters Hair Growth Oil. They get it in. See, this is what black female business is. I don't want to say entrepreneurship because we don't have to. Our sisters hustle when they get it done. in the spirit of all our old and the ancient great ones. LaKaren, beauty elements. Let's not leave her out. The other one is called Second Slice, specializing in sweet breads, chocolate dipped treats, and cookies. Let's talk about, but I really want to talk about this right now. I want to talk about J&K Razzle Dazzlers. Janiyah and Caden's mother, Tamara Harper, is the mother, and they are getting this business in. There's two incredible young ladies out there doing their thing. Also, Daughters Pretty in Pink, all things girly. Goal is to buy a puppy. Now, I'm looking at you, Madison. I'm looking at you, Wisconsin. These two queens out there in the business world, they just want to buy a puppy. Can't we get them a puppy? Now, I don't want to talk about a GoFundMe because, you know, black folk, we'll start a GoFundMe to start a GoFundMe. But I'm talking about, let's get these black queens, these princesses, a puppy. We can do that. Now I want to get to a couple people that I really know. Queen P's. We all know who Queen P is. That is one of the most queenly, nicest humans I've ever met in my life. This woman is a standard of what a queen is. This woman is a dignified black woman who knows who she is, and that is so beautiful to be in the area, in the space that she walks in. Queen P's products should be in every store in every way. Let's keep pushing for Queen P, a dignified woman. And I also want to give props to Prue, her husband, because they do it like a black couple should. Peace and love to them. Now this one, if I get a little sad, please forgive me. Rail Dogs. Rail Dogs. We know who that's about. I used to live next to this family. I used to live next door to Kiki. And if you keep calling it about a black female pushing, it's Kiki. We all know why Kiki names this and started this rail. I don't want to speak on this, but we all know that she has a son that's in heaven smiling at her mom and his mom's work. Let's keep Kiki always in our thoughts. Let's honor Rail by buying this great food. And I'm going to tell everybody out there, the best soul food is Rail. If y'all don't like it, y'all can go straight to, I can't say that, but you know what I mean. The best soul food is Rail. Let's not forget that. So here I am once again saying, let's honor black women, real black women, dedicated black women, just black humans. Whether you're transgender, whether you're gay, whatever way you are, however you see the stars, let's honor black women without consequences, without conditions. Support, not co-option. Let's honor black women. And once again, because y'all know I keep it, the truth. I'm Josh Gibson. You can be Babe Ruth, not the phony black women who always complain about everything that happens to them because they black women. Meanwhile, you're destroying schools and destroying the community. I don't want you taking the light away from real black women, black queens. It is my fervent hope that you can continue to do black things. You elevate our culture. You feed the soul and the brain. And I want to let you know you are everything in our culture. Even if some of these brothers marry somebody else that doesn't look like you, they still black because they came from you too. Peace and love. Let's honor black folk. Let's quit talking about it. Let's be about it. At the count of 3, I'm going to say celebrate black women, love black women. 1, 2, 3. Celebrate black women, love black women. They're the most beautiful things on earth, and they keep your head swimming. Peace and love. This is the When a Black Man Say It show. I'll see you again.